This video provides an overview of the SmartBear Collaborator integration using the Syndeia Web Dashboard for Syndeia Release 3.5. We recommend watching video 1.9, Introduction to the Syndeia Web Dashboard first, which illustrates how to log into the Web Dashboard and its principal features. In this video, we begin on the Repositories page, where we identify the Collaborator category and expand it to show the specific repositories in this category. If there are no existing repositories, we can add one by selecting Collaborator and clicking the plus-shaped Add Repositories icon at the top. In our case, we already are linked to an existing repository named Collaborator at Intercax. If we need to add or update our access credentials for this, select it and click the gear-shaped icon Update Repositories. If our credentials are good, Collaborator at Intercax appears in the Tree View column and can be expanded to show reviews, participants, and defects. Note the differing icons. For more information on the Collaborator data model and how it relates to the Syndeia graph, review the background section of the Collaborator Hands-On Tutorial 28.1. We can launch the Collaborator page in our default browser directly from the Tree View by right-clicking and selecting More Details. We can also learn more about the objects in the Tree View by using the icons on the right. Details shows us the properties of the Collaborator element, including its name, external key, type, URL, and others. These can be displayed in the default order shown or alphabetically using the icons at the top. Click Details again to close this panel. The search icon allows us to search the repository for Collaborator reviews by ID or name. If we choose text, we can enter part of the name, for example, hello. From the search results on the right, we can right-click an item and access the same functions available in the Tree View to the left. ID is the number assigned to the review by Collaborator. If I search for number 1, the name of the result is Hello Collaborator Review. The Relations icon lets us see what the selected review is connected to. The Syndeia Web Dashboard shows both intermodal connections, the links from the Collaborator element to model elements in other domains, which Syndeia creates and manages, and intramodal connections between Collaborator elements. These are created and managed within Collaborator, but the Syndeia Web Dashboard can extract and display them when the Relations icon is clicked. In this case, the Review Hello Collaborator has 6 intramodal connections, 5 to participants in the review, and 1 to a defect reported in the review. There are also 6 existing intermodal connections to a JAMA requirement, a SysML requirement, and 4 JIRA elements. We can add a 7th from the Web Dashboard using the Add icon, which opens a new window. To add a new reference relationship to the Syndeia database, we select a Syndeia project, watch video 1.5 on projects if needed, selected a target repository, Confluence at Intercax in this case, and expand the contents of that repository to check the box beside the Confluence page we want to connect to. Before creating the connection, we have the option of setting the direction of the relation, all Syndeia connections having a defined direction. When we click Create Reference Relationship, the new intermodal relation appears in the top table. In Syndeia Release 3.5, this Relations feature works only for reviews, not participants or defects, and only for reference intermodal connections. Intramodal connections and model transform intermodal connections are not possible for the Collaborator integration, but may be available in future releases. The Syndeia Web Dashboard provides an alternate view of the network of connections involving Collaborator elements called the Digital Thread Explorer. If we right-click on a Collaborator review and choose Graph View, the window shifts to show a single node. If we hover over it, info about its name, key, and external key appear. If we click on it, it receives a black border, and the same info appears at the top. Its color corresponds to the color key on the right. View Video 1.10, Setting Graph Display Preferences for info about graph colors and layouts. If we right-click and choose Expand, we see all the connections to it, both the intramodal connections to other Collaborator elements and the intermodal connections. As in the tree view, we can open the connected element directly from the diagram in our browser, if its repository is accessible through Syndeia Cloud. We can also expand the new nodes to interactively follow a chain of connections. There are a few features of the Collaborator integration, such as compare operations across the reference connections, which are only accessible from the Syndeia Client dashboard. Check out the Collaborator tutorials under Syndeia Plugins.